back, storytellers. It's Joshua D. Faulkner. Today we're going to be talking about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the latest MCU project out in theaters. Make sure to comment down what you thought about it. If you have seen it, this is a spoiler-free review, so don't worry about anything big that's going to be revealed in this review. Without further ado, let's begin with the positive. Overall, Multiverse of Madness was really creative with just feeling more horrific in its elements. Having Sam Raimi in the director's seat just really brought a lot of different camera movements and close-ups and further backs, just creating this sort of sense of mood that makes for such a great element within the film altogether. We really need good filmmaking to make a good film, and that's what this film provided, creating this interesting story, having Wanda and Doctor Strange have such an interesting arc that I'm not going to explain altogether, but the multiverse elements themselves, well, they were a little lackluster in some areas. I really enjoyed the creativity that the director got to express within this story itself, and just the writing itself was not altogether too bad, and it created for such interesting things that paralleled WandaVision a bit in some areas that I kind of enjoyed, that you could possibly enjoy as well. Coming in the mixed elements, we sort of get that parallel with WandaVision, so we get a bit more of the same story that just doesn't quite work as well for me. I enjoy it altogether and for its own uniqueness, but altogether it's not the greatest thing that I could really enjoy. And also some of the story elements, there's a bit of a lull in the middle of the film. It sort of has wavering moments, as well as this music battle that feels creative for what it is, but it feels sort of out of place altogether for what I'm really looking for. If you enjoyed this review so far, make sure to leave this a like button and also subscribe for future reviews, movies, and other storytelling elements on this channel. And going into the negatives, altogether, I was not a huge fan of the humor or Bruce Campbell's cameo. It was fitting for Sam Raimi's sort of campiness of his style, but for me personally, the humor didn't work most of the time. There were some moments I got a few laughs. I enjoyed the cameos that were included altogether, but it included Bruce Campbell as this character that brought a strange element to Doctor Strange's character doing what he did in the universe that he included this, and it overall just felt a little off in including his character, and overall the general humor spread throughout felt a little bit forced in some moments. It wasn't horrible, but it brought the realism out of the movie that I wanted to, which isn't always what you get with the MCU all the time. So it was sort of expected, but nonetheless, I wasn't a huge fan of the humor. And also with America Chavez's character that you see with the multiverse, just who she is and her power that I won't spoil. It's really enjoyable as a plot device and how it makes sense with the story moving forward. But because she is a person and they're trying to enforce this value of her as a person within the plot itself, overall, she sort of felt more like a plot device more than a character alone that I didn't enjoy and couldn't get as invested in caring about her character, where her fate was going, and overall just she felt sort of placed in there to be used by the other characters, overshadowed by Doctor Strange and Wanda, while also being a big part of the plot as a plot device that only was used to put the characters in the right place, time, and feeling like a contrivance to some of the story overall. But overall, I have to say I did generally enjoy it, but it didn't ultimately land in the end, and that's why I have to give a 6 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts on Multiverse of Madness down in the comments below. How does it compare to all the other MCU movies and projects so far? Thank you for watching. Bye for now.